Welcome to another class of data analysis with Python. In this class, I'm going to be showing you everything that you need to know about loops and conditionals. Now, this is the last class of Python refreshers or Python basic refreshers, so make sure to follow up and not skip any part of it. And I'm also going to be showing you an effective method, or let's say an example of how you'll be able to apply loops and conditionals in most cases. So let's get on with our class by opening up Jupyter Notebook on our device. So as you can see, I have opened up Jupyter Notebook. Let's click on Python 3 IP kernel. Let's rename this loops and conditionals. Let's open up this file and let's see what we have to go through. Now, before getting into the practical part, we have to learn about what are loops and what are conditionals. So let's start off with conditionals. So conditionals are used to make decisions in code based on certain conditions. So these conditions can be based or can be of different criterias, different requirements, and whatever it is. So there are three basic conditional statements. They are if, Elif, and else. Now, all three of them has individual specific task. If runs when the condition is true. Elif runs when you have to check another condition if the first one is false or not. And you are going to use the else function or the else conditional to check if all conditions above are false or not. So let's show you the steps of how you're going to apply the basic conditional statements. Now, before you are going to learn about the basic conditional statements, you have to make sure you have your data available. Such as, let's create a variable. Let's say x is going to be equal to, let's say 15 in this case. Now, start off with the first basic conditional statement, which is if. If x is greater than 10, then I'm going to put in a colon. Then you're going to put in print, open parentheses, positive number. Close off the parentheses. Then after if, we're going to run the elif. And this checks another condition if the first one is false. So here I'm going to put in elif x double equal 0 colon. Here I'm going to put in print 0. Then I'm going to put in the else conditional. This else conditional is going to run when all conditions above are false. So let's say print, open parentheses, double quotation, negative number. Now, if I hit on shift and enter, you can see it is a positive number because it is greater than 15. If I put in 1 and hit on shift enter, it is going to show me negative number. So it is not equal or it is not greater than 10. Now, if I put in it is equal to 0, it is going to show me 0 because it is matching up to 0 value and it is working in this case. Okay? So this is basically how it is going to work. Let's say I'm going to put in just 10 in this case. Okay? Now, the next thing that I'm going to be showing you are the loops. So loops are basically used to repeat a block of code multiple times, such as there are various types of loops. One is the for loops, and the next one is the while loop. All of them or both of them have also specific function, such as the for loop is used to iterate over a sequence like a list or a range of data and etc. But the while loop repeats as long as a condition is true. In that case, what we're going to do, let's start off with the for loop. If you want to define the for loop, first off, you put in for I in range, open parentheses, 5. Here, I'm going to put in print I. Hit on shift enter and you can see it goes up to 4 because the number is 5, but it is not going to be equal to 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But you can see we have 5 of these values because the index starts from 0, not 1. Now, let's see about how you can use the while loop. It repeats as long as a condition is true. So if it is true, it is going to keep on continuing. In that case, let's put in the count function equal 0. While loop, while count. Let's say I'm going to make sure this is greater or 5 is greater. Then I'm going to put in print, open parentheses, define in count. Then I'm going to put in count plus or equal to 1. Shift and enter, and you can see it is equal or it is going to go up till 4. Okay, let's close off Copilot. Now here, count, I'm going to put in 6, and you can see it is not equal to 6. If I put in or start off from 1, it is going to start off from 1. If I put in 3, it's going to show me 3, 4. If I put in greater or equal and on enter, it is going to go up till 5. So this is how it is going to work up. If you put in equal before, it might not work. Okay, so put in equal, and you can see it is not going to work. So you have to put in the greater or less than sign first and then put in equal. In that case, it is going to be equal or greater than 5. There we go. You can see, let's put in a colon, and there we go. This is how it's going to work. So basically, you'll be able to combine the loops and conditionals, and this is where the power of Python shines, because you can use the if statement inside loops to apply conditions during iteration. There are also step-by-step methods which you can follow up. Okay, first off, what we're going to do is basically we're going to use a specific code snippet. Let's say I'm going to start off with for number in range, open parentheses 1, 11, close parentheses, colon. Let's say if number, put in percentage, let's say 2 is double equal to 0, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to print out, open parentheses, if double quotation, third bracket, number, third bracket is even. Okay, double quotation, close of the parentheses. After that, I'm going to put in the else function. Then I'm going to put in print, open parentheses, f double quotation. Let's say I'm going to put in number, third bracket to close it off is odd. Double quotation to close it off, and hit on shift enter. And you can see 1 is odd, 2 is even, 3 is odd, even, and then 10 is even. Now you can put in from 1 to 11 too, that is also up to you. But you can see as we have it up to 11, it has gone up to 10. You can put in equal or greater than 11. In that way, 11 will also be, applied. Okay, now let's show you how you'll be able to use both of these together and make a simple structure. Okay, let's say we're going to make a number guessing game. In that case, first off, what you have to do is you have to set the correct number. Let's say I'm going to put in correct number equal, let's say in this case 7. Now we're going to create a loop to keep asking the user. Let's say start off with the while loop. Here I'm going to put in while true, colon. Here I'm going to put in a specific guess equal to int, integer value. I'm going to put in the input value, open up the parentheses, double quotation, guess a number between 1 and 10, colon, double quotation, close off the parentheses 2 times because we have 2 of this open up. Now we're going to put in the conditionals to compare the guess. So for that, we're going to put in the if function. If guess is greater, or let's say lesser than the correct number, you can see this is how I'm going to put it. Here I'm going to make sure I put in underscore over here so it is validated, correct number. I'm just going to copy it, Control C, and I'm just going to paste it. Correct number, colon, put in print, double quotation, let's say too low. Then I'm going to put an exclamation mark, try again. This is all that I'm going to put in. Close off the double quotation, close off the parentheses. Here I'm going to put in Elif, guess, close off that, correct number, colon, print out, let's say too high. Put in try again. And the last one is the else conditional. Print, open parentheses. Correct. You guessed the right number. This is how it's going to be. And then I'm going to put in a break, which is going to exit the loop. Hit on Shift and Enter. Here I'm going to put in, let's say 1 in this case. Hit on Enter. You can see it is too low. If I put in 2, like too low, put in 5. If I put in 9, you can see now it is showing me too high. If I put in 7, you can see correct, you guessed the right number, and then it's going to exit the loop. So if you correct, like if you guess the exact number, it is going to close off right there. Okay, so basically what it does when you use the while loop, it creates an infinite loop until the user guesses the number correctly. When you put in the input function over here, it allows user interaction. If you put in the if, elif, and the else, it provides feedback based on the games, such as the conditionals. And when you put in the break on the else or wherever it is, if it meets up the criteria, it exits the loop once the user gets it right. So this is how you'll be able to use loops and conditional in data analysis of Python. So thank you for watching this video up till the very end, and hope you understood about everything in this class. If you still have any confusion, feel free to ask me anytime. I'm always there to help you out. So without any further ado, let's move on to our next class of data analysis with Python.